Sup, home skillet? Ready for a fat story with the capital PH? See, back in 1999, all kinds of stuff was going down. The Matrix came out, Billy got impeached, Slim Shady and SpongeBob debuted, but that ain't all that in a bag of potato chips, you know what I mean? See, the real 411 is this. In November of 1999, at the Jersey Shore, there was a group of high school students who sort of saved the world. You mean you didn't hear about it? You gotta be bugging. It's like this. On a Friday night at the Ocean Township Mall, the lives of 4 high schoolers was forever changed when some weird stuff started going down. Then, yada yada yada, they saved the mall, the Jersey Shore, and the world. Or did they? Anyway, that's what this story's all about. Starring Kayla as Misty Davenport, Daniel as CJ Milton, Cameron as Roach, Taylor as Nick Anderson, and Justin as the Dungeon Master. So You Wanna Be a DM presents Mall Madness 99.
Hey gang, and welcome back to another episode of Mall Madness 99. I'm Justin, I use they them pronouns, and I'm going to be your Dungeon Master for this season finale. I'm joined with some incredible players who are now going to introduce themselves in alphabetical order.
Oh, golly gee willikers. That means it starts with me. Hi, everyone. Here we are yet again. It's me, Daniel, also known as Daniel the DM, across all corners of the internet. And for now, on TikTok, we'll see how that goes in January. But I'm so excited to be bringing my final performance to you all as CJ Milton, the Evocation Wizard.
Sweet. I'm Kayla. I use she, her pronouns. I am usually from the Potions Potpourri podcast. You can find our podcast wherever you get podcasts in general, and we're on most social medias, although I'm not smart like some of these other people and been running to the backup social medias in case TikTok goes away. So for now, find us there and the other major ones. And if I can ever rally myself to get 100 other social media accounts, maybe you'll find me somewhere else. And I'm playing Misty Davenport tonight, who is a rogue and who has finally fulfilled their lifelong dream of going on a date with CJ Milton.
Last but not least, I guess I'm Taylor. I work with Justin on the So You Want to Be a Dungeon Master podcast. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you do your podcasts at. We also have TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. So You Want to Be a DM, go check us out. And I will be playing Nick Anderson, the lovely monk. I forgot what class I was for a second. It's been a week, everybody, but we're here and we're happy and we're loving it.
Taylor is Super Saiyan class because that's basically what you are. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I went more Street Fighter. I meant like more Street Fighter level now, I think. Although I think actual power level probably a step down, but Akuma looks cooler than Goku. So.
Oh, bold statement. You heard it here first.
Whoa.
Yeah. Don't get the show canceled on the last episode.
Uh-oh. We're going to have to unpack this. Fuck the game. We're going to have to talk about this for a little bit.
Okay, yeah, let's do it.
If only we had a show after the show to talk about such things.
If only.
You're in luck. You're going to love this. We do.
We do? We do?
We have one. It's called Action Surge. We'll talk about it in the Action Surge. Okay, let's get into it because we have a lot to cover. It's the season finale. So much has happened. Let's jump right into our recap. Last we left off, the gang went to the movie theater, passed the Phantom's movie test, and received the second key. Misty and CJ planned a date and held hands. Nick didn't get a tattoo. Then our party of heroic high schoolers were almost ready to get beneath the mall and finally put a stop to this madness. But first, they headed back to the Lady of the Water statue and asked for help. she summoned for the Hamburglar and the Red One, who the players affectionately and lovingly call Michael. CJ was gifted with a blinding white light, Nick with a red energy that rang out like swords clanging against shields, and Misty became shrouded in shadowy darkness. And so, as the three leveled up, they were brought into a walk-in freezer of the mall's McDonald's, descending towards their fate. According to the contract that they found on a Shawn Michaels poster covered in runic bleeding eyes, they know that what awaits them is Donald and Margaret Yedasvita performing a gruesome ritual in order to summon an otherworldly behemoth called Nihilith. This is where we pick up. And so, as you guys descend this like hidden staircase that you were shown by the Hamburglar, of all people, you're coming down to the bottom of the staircase, and at that point, you see before you, impossible to tell how far it is until you create some sort of light. But even just the light that's coming from the McDonald's itself is only showing you probably like 60 feet ahead of you. It looks like a rather narrow stone corridor. Large stones creating the floor, the walls, the ceiling, probably only like 7 feet wide, maybe 7 feet tall. This just square sort of corridor that doesn't seem to have any doors that you see. It just seems to go on in as it gets swallowed up by the darkness at the end of the hallway. And so as you guys are entering, what would you like to do?
Okay, so this is it. All right. Anything you guys want to do to prep beforehand?
Well, CJ, do you have any kind of like spell in your notebook where you can like buff us or give us some kind of protection or something? I know you got all kinds of utility spells.
Well, let's see here. Yeah, I drew a whole bunch of spells in my notebook here, but a lot of them are for blowing up stuff.
I appreciate not getting blown up.
That's the main thing. I mean, I could swap out one of my spells real quick and make one of y'all invisible if you wanted to do that. Going into it.
I'm not sure about that.
That's about as much as I can do for right now. I can put some more bodies on the battlefield.
Oh, that might be good. Just like some actual physical.
Yeah, well,
Are we talking like live bodies or dead bodies? Is really where my head's at.
Corporeal, I think.
Edgar on your shoulder is also confused by this statement and kind of cocks his head.
Don't take it. Okay, so let's see here. I have this one design that I came up with for like this like super metal version of like Tinkerbell sort of thing. It's like really cool. But I have that. And I think I have like a design for like a hellhound, but it's like pretty weak. It can only like bite people's ankles.
Oh.
Within 5 feet.
Okay.
Once every 6 seconds.
Whatever you want to try. If you don't have anything now, I'll be sure you have something for later too. So.
Well, I can try this, and then I open up my notebook and I go to one drawing, and I cast Summon Fae. And the drawing begins to come to life, and what you see is this punk rock version of a fairy. So she has just like kind of like full kind of like Kiss makeup, like mascara running down the face. She has an afro that's put up into a mohawk with like into like buns type style. She has a literal she has a guitar that she wields as a battle axe. And just kind of comes out of the notebook, and just comes out of there.
Oh yeah,
wings flying around. She's just wearing all black combat boots, and black skinny jeans, and even has like a black tutu to go around it, like a play on the punk fairy, if you will.
Misty's taking some notes. Okay, got it.
and that's
Okay.
That's our little companion who will be joining us into battle.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah. I was almost wondering if I could somehow use my knowledge of like urban landscapes from all the times I've wandered around the city and maybe try and maybe it would even be like a history to kind of understand the layout of this room. Like where would the corners, the shadowy places be, and like, you know, what can we expect and some of the size and stuff like that. Does that make sense?
For sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead and make a survival check.
Okay. Appreciate
Or
that.
history. I mean, you had mentioned history. History is also
I
fine.
already rolled
whichever you
survival.
choose.
It's better for me anyways, but it is an
There you go.
11.
Semi-crispy.
I
What I
heard
will
the two-piece nugget joke in the last episode. It was so fucking funny.
really funny. So with an 11 on survival, I will say the challenging part is you're at one end of a pitch black hallway that seems to just go on. Hard to say what the layout is going to be. Also, just judging by the fact that of the architecture of this place, the stone cobble like slabs that are creating the walls, the floor, and the ceiling and stuff, this is definitely like a hidden thing. This isn't like a part that employees go through or something like that. Like this is not part of the mall proper. No one uses this stuff except for probably the Yetas Vitas. And so that's a big clue as to just like this may not follow traditional standards of architecture that you're used to. With that survival check, I will say right now it's pitch black. You need light. It's a double-edged sword. Light is going to
Fair.
potentially announce your arrival. Upside, you can see.
Okay.
That would help. Yeah.
It would help. I think I could use that to my advantage, though, and just kind of go into it as stealthily as possible.
For sure. Absolutely. So CJ summons this Fey spirit to fight alongside you. Edgar on the shoulder. Misty ready to skulk into the shadows. Nick, are you doing anything to prepare? Or
I stand in
you're
one
just
place and
dukes
scream.
up?
No, I'm kidding.
Echolocation.
Yeah.
Very roach of you.
No. I'm gonna follow Misty's lead and try to sneak. Just because, I mean, I'm just a punchy boy. I'm just gonna go up there and punch things. So.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I kind of look and I say, okay, well then, I guess I will kind of be the distraction so you guys can try to sneak in and get as close as you can.
I like squeeze your hand, CJ, and I'm like, be careful.
Yeah, don't worry, I got this. All right.
Okay.
Hike.
Narrow hallway where two of you could go side by side, and then that's kind of it. So describe to me how you guys are like marching order kind of stuff, like.
I think
And it's still pitch black until somebody says that they're casting something or lighting something. It's pitch black.
Yeah, I think I'll kind of go ahead of everybody by like and just kind of say, all right, I'm gonna go ahead of everyone about 30 feet, and then I'll put up a light to put all the attention on me, but you guys stay out of the light, stay in the shadows.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then last thing I'll do is cast mirror image on myself.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
So you watch as it just goes full shadow clone jutsu, where just two clouds appear and then they turn into duplicates of me, and they mimic my every move.
So cool.
Incredible. Does mirror image in 2024 do anything different?
The only difference, the way it functions is that when a creature is about to hit me, like I know it's about to hit, I roll a d20, and if it's a 6 or higher, it hits I can choose for it to hit the duplicate.
Yeah.
Okay,
and
perfect.
then I lose a
Okay.
duplicate. Yeah.
Oh.
And then as
Interesting.
each one gets depleted, the DC becomes
It
higher.
goes to an 8 and then an 11.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so almost exactly the same.
Almost.
Tiniest different. Got it. Fantastic. Okay. So as CJ leads the group and sort of separates himself by about 30 feet, heading deeper into the corridor in pitch black, CJ, I want you to make a perception, and technically, I guess your Fey spirit, and this is wild, unless you're doing help action kind of stuff, but like you, Edgar, and the Fey spirit can all make perception checks, but it would be at disadvantage for everybody except for the Fey spirit because they have dark vision.
Gotcha.
I think. I'm almost positive.
Hold on, I'm just pulling up all these stat sheets real quick.
I know, Sam and I'm trying to always find the difference between the two versions.
Okay, so
meanwhile,
I'll roll for
as
my
that's
son.
happening, can I have Nick and Misty roll stealth checks?
Absolutely.
Everybody
I
rolling
would
dice.
love to. Let's go. Nat 20
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. First roll of the game.
for a total of 31.
For a total of 31 is really good. Okay.
I rolled a crispy 8
Yay!
for a total of 13.
Okay. Wow.
Okay.
So crispy.
So CJ at disadvantage got a 9.
Uh-huh.
And at disadvantage, the Raven has a
Ravens.
9. Their passive perception's at 13, but they got a 9 on the check.
Okay.
And then lastly, the Face Spirit. that's a 2.
Okay. Brilliant.
They're just so focused on how cool they look.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, awesome. So Nick and Misty, you guys hanging back, trying to stealth as best you can. It's like you're trying to use the sides of the walls and stuff. There's nothing to like hide behind other than just darkness. And so Nick, you're having a hard time trying to get stealthy. You're just kind of like up against a wall, but there's nothing like blocking you. You're just like, and Misty, you're perfectly behind Nick in a way that you're invisible to whatever's on the other side. No one can see you. As anytime Nick moves, you're like a mirror. Like you move exactly. Yeah, you are his shadow. And CJ, you go 30 feet. You have mage armor. You have summon Fey. You have Edgar there. As soon as you light your staff in the way that you've done numerous times using your elementalism, elementalist, whatever, cantrip, and the lighter and everything, the little flame goes up. And as soon as it does, you see that you are surrounded on almost at all sides of like a 5-foot section of floor, wall, ceiling, where the stone, at first it looks like stone, just like everything else. And then you see that it sort of wobbles, like it's made out of liquid or something like that. And then you see the seams in between the stones begin to come together as it becomes a solid blackish liquid, almost like oil that has that sort of iridescent rainbow effect through it as it like refracts the light from your flames. And you see tentacles begin to come out of it like pseudopods. And I'm going to say, because of 3 of your creatures, yourself included, all getting well below the stealth of this creature, I'm just gonna make one quick attack here. I'm gonna roll a d6 to see if they're attacking Edgar, you, or the spirit. They're gonna attack the spirit.
Okay.
It's a random roll
Gotcha.
because it doesn't know. It's just an ooze. So we're just gonna do one little attack here. That is a 16 on the dice, so I think that's going to hit.
That's gonna hit. Their AC, I believe, is 15.
Okay.
Let me get their stats.
So then I need a wisdom saving throw.
Gotcha. That's a natural 20.
Natural 20 will absolutely
yeah.
succeed. You are watching this ooze reach out, and it like grabs onto the Fae for just a moment, not grappling it or anything, and it just pulses with this dark looking energy as it still looks like that, like an oil slick kind of on the surface, but you begin to see what almost looks like it's made of galaxy. Like it has little dots into it, and this eldritch ooze does 5 points of bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and 8 points of psychic damage, and then it releases. And I need you all to roll for initiative. As Nick and Misty, excuse me, you guys see this. As soon as you see the light from CJ's thing light up, you see the walls begin to wobble a little bit. And at first you're like, oh no, a cave in or something like that. And then you just see these unnatural looking like tendrils come out of the wall, the ceiling, the floor, and just begin like in all directions, just very floppy. And one of them lashes out at the Fae. Very floppy. Okay.
I got a 10.
10. Incredible.
Another natural 20.
Gracious, 2 in a row.
Rolling hot
Stop
tonight.
wasting them. Let's get to the
I
boss fight first.
I know. I got a 22.
Hell yeah.
Okay, incredible. So Misty, what's your total?
28.
You go
both-
first in
I
life.
was gonna say, we both have what's the feature? Alert. Right?
Yep.
So
Alert's a beautiful thing.
I would still choose to go
That's
first,
terrible.
though.
Yeah, no doubt. Okay, perfect. Well, Misty, you are up. You
Hell
see
yeah.
your future date get attacked.
Yeah,
Technically
that's exactly
the
what
Fae,
happens.
but you get it.
But I don't know the difference, do I? None of us do, right? Between the mirror images.
No. The
Oh, no,
Fae
my
creature that
face
CJ summoned is the
Oh,
one
the
that
fake
comes out.
creature, not the mirror image. Got it.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Which I
CJ's
assume CJ will go on your turn. If not,
Yeah,
we're gonna
everything
run it that
goes.
way.
Everything goes
Okay,
on
cool.
my turn.
Cool.
Yeah,
Makes
well,
everyone's
it
life simple.
didn't make as much a difference to Misty because she still saw it try and reach out to CJ. Her immediate reaction would be to shoot the tentacles with a short bow. So here we go.
Incredible. You have advantage because you're hidden.
That's right. Thank you.
Losers
17.
experience at home. 17 will absolutely hit.
Great.
Yeah.
And this is
Damage.
Yeah,
Yeah, sneak attack would be the whole thing.
So I haven't been able to figure this out on Roll 20 this whole time, or D&D Beyond, I mean. When I roll my
rolling kind of
damage
automatically.
button, it seems to only be rolling my sneak attack dice. So, okay. So I'll just take it for now, and I'll roll a separate d6. But 21 to start. That would be my sneak attack.
So,
And then 10, so 31. Is that what I said?
Dang.
wow. Okay. Incredible.
Hell yeah.
Huge hit
Dang.
as you sink a arrow into this ooze. It's very strange because you can't, like, we all know above board that you did a ton of damage, but you kind of almost can't tell, like you Misty can't tell, because it just sinks into the creature. You see one of its tentacles like recoil in, but like it's still there, and it almost like swallows it up. So yeah, it just like looks kind of weird in the way that it takes the damage and stuff. But you think I mean,
I hit something.
yeah, for sure.
I'll use my bonus action to move probably about 15 feet in, kind of trying to like angle behind CJ and hide.
Okay, cool. Roll another stealth check.
You got it. 21.
Incredible.
Invincible.
One. Okay. Cool. Amazing. After Misty's turn, CJ and the crew, that is your turn.
Hey,
Squad.
CJ and the crew.
that's pretty good. I know, my little squad. So I just go attack and just wow, riding in, just flying with their little fairy wings, leaving like just black glitter as she flies by. The face spirit comes in and is going to have the, let's see here. It won't let me pick which type it has, which is frustrating. Because your face spirit's supposed to have like a type that's supposed to give it some sort of like bonus.
Right.
But because the way Roll20 is set up, I can't find it right now.
It's all good.
Yeah, I'll just have to go without whatever extra bonus I'm supposed to get. Okay, so I will use Edgar will go in and give the help action to my face spirit as they go into melee range with the tentacles, and then
Incredible.
wielding the guitar, my face spirit will make 2 attacks with their axe. Let's see here.
Dope as hell. 2 guitar axe attacks. Whoa.
Whoa.
Axe attacks really threw me off. Thought I was having a stroke for a second. Like, no start.
So that is going to be. Oh, it won't do all the math for me. It's a 7. Oh, what's up?
I was just saying, I feel like D&D Beyond has been bugging lately.
Yeah, no. So because it's not pulling up the stat block in Roll20, it's not calculating all the math for me. So it's saying your attack roll plus spell casting modifier plus.
Oh my God.
So I'm trying to do all these calculations myself. I apologize. So that's going to be it's a 17 on the die plus. Okay, gotcha. For the first.
We're
attack.
good at math.
CJ,
We can do
CJ,
that.
you're still up close, and Misty with a pretty high roll, also doing a ton of damage. I'll say the 2 of you at this point realize this thing's armor class is in the single digits.
Okay.
Obviously, your characters don't know what that means, but like, it's very easy to hit.
Right.
There you go. That's
And
what your
that's
characters know.
gonna be a 12 on the die plus, let's see here. I can't tell what else it's supposed to add. Yeah, we'll just say it's a 12. Just to make
12 damage.
12 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay.
That's the second attack. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Roger that. Go ahead and roll for damage. For 2 successful hits.
All right. Okay, so each attack does 2d6 plus 3 plus the spell's level in force damage.
Heard.
So first attack is 14 points of damage.
Roger that.
And then the next attack is
Force.
going...
What's the physical type of damage you're doing?
I believe...
Choose wisely.
It unfortunately doesn't say. It just says Fey Blade.
It doesn't say piercing, slashing, or bludgeoning? Or is it all force?
So... Oh, okay, it's all force damage. Yeah, it's all force damage. So it's 14 points of force damage for the first attack.
Got it.
And then 14 points of force damage for the second.
Dope. Okay.
We got there
Incredible.
eventually. I'm sorry.
Eventually,
And
no
then,
worries. It'll
yeah.
get easier.
And then lastly for me, I'm just going to cast Scorching Ray.
Okay.
So that's going to be 3 beams coming away. So for
Bring
the
it
first
on, come
attack, that is, let's see here, it's 17 to hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then a natural 20.
That'll
Absolutely.
And then
a
19
lot of
to
natural
hit.
20s already. That'll
Yeah.
also hit.
Or
Yeah.
me and
Gotcha.
CJ have had 2.
Editing this season has been interesting. I think this season is the least nat 20s. So in my
Really?
opinion, throughout
We've been
like all
saving
of this
them.
series, we've
Yeah.
done.
We were saving him for this very
We'll
moment.
title this Crispy 8s in the middle instead.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be
Nice
11
average
points
numbers.
of fire damage for the first one.
Uh-huh.
15 points of fire damage for the one that crit.
Okay. It's a beefy turn.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then 5 points of fire damage for the last one.
Whoa.
Incredible. You see a lot of the tendrils. It's kind of that similar thing that Misty saw, where it's like you can tell you're doing a ton of damage, but like it's just an ooze, right? It's not like the ooze is evaporating or something. Like some of the tentacles like recoil at the pain. You can swear you hear like almost a squealing sound, like and like teeth gnashing. It's very creepy as it takes these hits, and it definitely reacts to the fire damage. Doesn't necessarily like ignite or anything crazy, but you also notice that it is very much hurt. It seems to have like retracted off of the ceiling and is now only on like one wall and the floor. So it like has gotten significantly smaller, kind of.
It's receding.
And at the end of your turn and the Fae and Edgar, I need all 3 of you to make wisdom saving throws.
Oh
no, that's not good.
It could be worse. It could have been at the start of your turn, but
How about
we're rolling
a
with punches.
Okay.
4?
Let's see here. The Raven.
Misty, you're fine. You're far enough back.
Oh, I don't have to roll?
No, you're good.
All right, good. I didn't get a 4 then.
It's
Sick, I
CJ's
burned that
worst
one.
mod. Has to roll.
The Raven got a 9.
Okay.
The Fae Spirit got a 6. And then I got a whopping. Let me go to the saving throws. Where do I get plus to that? 16, 21.
Nice.
Incredible.
At least you passed.
Yeah, super important that you passed, because the Fae Spirit and Edgar become incapacitated, which would have made you lose concentration, as being so close to these squealing sounds, this sound of teeth hitting each other. It just sort of sends Edgar and the Fae Spirit just become like transfixed, almost like hypnotized. They are in this strange, maddening stupor almost. Not necessarily like frozen solid, but just kind of like drool starts to come out as they're just lost in their own minds for a moment. And that will remain that way until the end of the ooze's next turn. And the ooze is next. So, ooze is going to
You think he's mad at me?
attack.
I think the
Let's
Ooze is
go
mad.
ahead and
Let's ask
see
him.
how- The ooze is done a shit. The ooze is just going to
Sold
attack the Fae
response.
Spirit. It'll have advantage.
Just starts talking.
Station.
You asshole.
It's a dirty 20 on the face.
disgusting.
I'm afraid. I need another wisdom saving throw.
That's a 2 on the die.
Oh, buddy.
Incredible.
Burn them now, like
face-
Taylor said.
They're here for a good time, not a long time. That is the punk way.
What number is this?
Amen.
The Fey spirit's intelligence goes down by 3.
Okay.
Oh,
And they take oh shoot, I forgot to do it again. 5 bludgeoning, 7 psychic, so 12 damage.
They're still up, but barely.
Okay.
But
That
barely.
That is the Eldritch Ooze's turn. At the end of its turn, Edgar and the spirit come out of the incapacitation. They're good to go now. Nick, that is your turn. You see all of this happening 30 feet in front of you.
Okay. I think I'm gonna go straight up Dragon Ball Z freaking energy blast special here.
Cheetah.
Yeah, just the but it's only 3. But it's
Hell
only
yeah.
3.
We can pretend like it's
A
12.
bunch. Yeah. Yeah. Hell yeah.
It'll do the damage of 3.
Yeah.
Okay, the lowest one is a 13.
Yeah, they all hit. Yeah, its AC is an 8, I can tell you now.
Jesus Christ.
Oozes, man.
18 and 15 is 33.
Yeah, 33 points of damage.
Hell yeah.
Radiant damage, yes.
Hell yeah. Come
Incredible.
You gotta hit him with that.
Nick, describe to us how you key blast your way through this Eldritch Ooze.
I think it's just kind of like one of those things where like I see like a tentacle kind of reaching out and starting to grab at CJ or the Fae again, and I immediately shoot it and it like splits off. Like I shoot through like the starry bit and like the tentacles are like falling off, and then I just lay into it and just until I just see bits of goo go all over the place.
Hell yeah. You see that the walls, the floor, the ceiling, the Fey spirit a little bit, just scattered with this like this Jackson Pollock of ooze everywhere. And then you see it start to dematerialize.
Oh, I thought
Similar
I
to how-
thought you were gonna say pulls back together. No.
No. I was low-key hoping that the guitar great axe was going to do slashing damage, because then it would have split in 2.
Ooh.
2 things that you had to fight. Double the attacks. But that wasn't the case. So, yeah, you guys have taken out this Eldritch Ooze. With the light still going from CJ's staff, you can see that there's another probably like 100 feet ahead of you. And then you see a very, very faint. You can see why it wouldn't like have given light up until this point. Maybe the Eldritch Ooze had something to do with blocking out the light or something. But you now are seeing a very, very faint, pulsing red light 150 feet ahead of you. You don't notice, at least from where you're standing, you don't see any turns or doors or in this hallway. It's just a straight run.
Okay.
And you begin to hear that chanting again when you first entered down the stairs. It starts to grow. It's in a language that I can almost guarantee none of you speak.
Yeah, probably.
If any of you speak deep speech, that would be the move. But
Oddly enough, I don't.
I could learn.
Whoa.
it's up to you. You can tell CGI will say, just I know that some of those things are ritual spells, but that would take time. You don't think that you have a ton of time, and probably better to save spells. It sounds like chanting, right? So it kind of has like a sort of rhythm to it, where you're like, at best, I'm just gonna hear them being like, "And we summon the," like it's not gonna be
Come
super
hither,
helpful.
Dr. Lord.
Yeah.
Wow, that was worth the spell slot. Okay.
I think they're probably trying to summon you know who.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our best bet.
I could, if y'all want, I could maybe sneak up ahead. I move a lot quicker on my own and just kind of peek through and see what I can see.
Sure, but
Yeah.
just be careful.
Yeah, watch my back. I mean, hopefully, I can get through undetected, but just in case.
I guess hold on here. Just hold Edgar with you, and I'll peer through his eyes.
Oh, okay, yeah. By the way, Edgar, I'll give him a little pet. I want to say thank you for helping me in the game a while ago. That was very helpful. You're a very good video game player.
Edgar sort of does that thing that birds do and just kind
Happy
of
crow dance.
a little fluffs its
Raven, I
feathers
guess.
out, so it just looks a little chubbier.
Cute.
Adorable. Okay, awesome. Misty, you are stealthing forward. I want you to make a stealth check first.
Mm-hmm. Classic.
And then I want you to make a unrelated to you got a 2, 0, another nat 20.
Another nat 20. Sorry, that was a lot of
cool.
reaction there. I was trying to let you finish talking.
What is
Another
Wow.
nat 20. I'm kind of with Taylor now, though. I wish I was getting these during combat, but we'll take it. We'll take them. A W is a W.
exactly? Okay, insane. Now, unrelated to looking into the ritual room, I want you to make a perception check.
Mm-hmm. Also pretty.
So this
How
is
about
more
a
about the hallway.
17.
17. Misty, as you get to the second half, or maybe a little bit further than that, kind of the second half of the hallway,
Mm-hmm.
you notice that the floor is a little slick, whereas it wasn't before. You even notice a couple of, you hear the sound of drip drops.
Ugh.
And you look up and around you, and you see that almost serving as building material, you see just bodies. Different cadavers and corpses that are serving as mortar between stones
Ugh.
all around you
Hate that.
in
I,
grotesque shapes and forms.
I muffle a gasp.
Yeah, nat 20, no gasp is heard. Luckily, the stealth check was first, so
It's very
Yeah.
Home Alone, Macaulay Culkin.
So I'm walking
Very
in
much so.
blood, is what you're saying, and viscera in general.
yeah, and it looks bad.
Sick.
And then finally you get to the edge of the hallway where it meets the actual ritual room, we'll refer to it as. The chanting has gotten louder. The red pulses of light grow. And as you're on the precipice there, looking inside, I need another perception check to truly see what you
Okay.
see. The 17
go.
was just for the hallway to see if you noticed all the craziness.
How about a 22?
22 is pretty good.
That'll do it.
These are combo meals right off the bat.
What is it? If you add a 3 and a 6 together, it's a number 9, just like Roach was teaching us in the beginning.
Yeah, we got a chalupa meal. So I love chalupas. So you are on the precipice of this. You're looking in, being really careful to maintain that nat 20 stealth and just looking around the corner a little bit. CJ, if you want to, if you're using your eyes through Edgar, you can also make a perception check.
I'm sure I'll roll just as well.
You got it.
Naturally speaking. I got a, let's see here, 16.
It's pretty good.
16 is pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. So CJ, looking through Edgar's eyes as Misty holds him, you also would see a little bit of, you're not seeing it obviously like to the level that that Misty's seeing it, but you also are noticing just the gore of the hallway the closer you get to this room.
Okay.
But for that 16 into the actual ritual room itself, you see a room that has 9 like standing corpses. They look familiar in some regards to what you guys fought on right when this all went down, when the power first went out. They kind of look like undead. They look like ghouls, just kind of standing at attention, mindless, not motionless. They're not doing anything, and they're standing in a circle. Each one of them is missing an eye. You just see a hole. You see blood and like scrapes around the socket. They clearly have like a gaping hole in their chest, like their heart has been ripped out or something like that. And they're standing kind of maybe 15 to 20 feet from the edge of a circle in the floor, like a pit. Misty, I'm going to say you notice all of that, and also around the edge of that pit are runes that are giving off a little bit of light. And then there is red light coming from the center of the pit as well.
Shit.
And then you see Margaret and Donald Yedesweite.
Okay.
They're standing on either side behind these ghouls in attention, these like sacrificial bodies. You see Donald, a old man, skin and bones, like he's been starving himself or something like that. Just incredibly sunken features, very tiny little half moon glasses on the bridge of his nose, and he's just wearing like a undershirt tank top kind of with suspenders, and his pants are too high. Just, he looks like the guy from Up if you stretched him out
Okay.
all the way and dried him out for a little bit. If Carl from Up was beef jerky and taller, just dried out, not looking great.
Carl from Up was nothing like Carl from Up, then.
Yeah, exact
Exactly.
opposite of Carl from Up, except for the age.
He's an old man, and that's the
end of
connection.
it.
And then you see Margaret on the opposite side. So like if you're looking into the chamber, Donald is to the left, Margaret is to the right. Margaret, she has on like one of those, like a bandolier kind of, like you would see people put like bullets in it or something, like some kind of sash across her chest, but hanging from it are severed heads.
Gross.
What the fuck?
That
How
seem
many?
to have been like shrunken, like 8 to 10. And you see that she has in either hand, she has like throwing axes, and they're just, she has like one at her side, the other one she's like raising as she is chanting in unison with Donald, and it's just dripping. Both of them are dripping blood. And she has on what almost looks like an executioner's mask, like just a black loose-fitting hood mask with like holes for her eyes and her mouth.
You see fucking shit out of this thing.
We're having a good time. And yeah, that's kind of what you see. And you see as they are chanting, how long do you think you would wait here and watch things?
I would see it all, get the details, and then immediately go back.
And I'd be
CJ.
relaying this to Nick
Mhm.
because I'm seeing, or I see some of this.
Mhm.
So like, I wouldn't get all the details, but like, hey, there's, it's looking really bad.
Yeah.
Dark magic ritual.
I would definitely
Okay.
retreat
It's
a little
glowing.
bit, maybe even just go halfway,
Mhm.
and have them meet me there, and then I would kind of relay
Okay.
everything to them. I would even go so far as to suggest, CJ, maybe we could start off strong with like a fireball or something. You got that right?
I whisper through the raven, so the raven opens up its mouth, and then my voice comes through and goes, "Yeah, I got you, no problem."
That might be the best opening move here.
Yeah,
I don't wanna
I'll
fuck
be
with
the
that.
distraction this time.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
That would be
I'll go
appreciated.
big. I'll go big.
You do think that seeing CJ do one fireball so far back in the arcade with the somber weave, you do believe that like you could maybe hit all of the zombies in one blast, or you could hit some of the zombies and one of the people.
Sure, I think
Yeah.
that's
Can't hit
more
all
the
of them.
move.
They're-
I think we need to
they're
kind of
all,
break
like,
their concentration,
Yeah.
break the trance.
Yeah, I'm
break
gonna
the
aim for
spell a little bit.
everyone doing the ritual
Yeah.
I
instead.
think it's like one or the
Oh.
other is what Justin's saying. Like
Yeah.
Margaret's over
Oh, okay.
here, and then what's his name? Donald is over here.
Donald and Margaret, yeah.
So it's like you can get half of the ghouls and like one of the people on either side, right? That's what you're saying.
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah,
All right.
exactly.
All right.
Dealer's choice. Maybe the crazy lady with the severed heads. I don't know.
Yeah.
Totally your guys' call.
Yeah, I guess I can probably take on a bunch of those little ghoul zombie things.
That's true. You can maybe draw them out or something,
Yeah.
and CJ and I can focus on the people.
Mm-hmm. So I guess I'll run out first.
Yeah,
and
I got something for the circle. Just let me
Get
make a
everybody's-
big show,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and then yeah, I got something for everybody.
Okay.
Word.
I still got some tricks up my sleeve. All right.
Okay.
So I will just kind of go. We're going full Western here. Everything
You
kind of
got
feels
this.
like it's moving in slow motion. It sounds like 3 people are walking into the altar room, and I just go, "Hey assholes, this is for the mall." Cast fireball, but for the first time now, my magic is fully no longer going through components. I am now using the staff that was gifted to me by the statue. And so the snakes begin to come alive, and then they open their mouths, and then fire begins to come out and just make one big ball of fire that begins to grow and just lops it across the room.
That's so sick, like a lacrosse stick.
Yes, and, and hurls
so
hurls it
fucking cool.
as it's fully grown instead of it being a small mote of fire.
Mm-hmm. I love that. Incredible. And who are you aiming for again?
I will try to hit as many of the people working on the ritual as possible.
Okay,
However,
you
however
do-
many
I mean-
those I can get.
Yeah, there's Donald and Margaret are both working on the ritual.
Gotcha.
You can't hit both of them with a fireball. And then you're not sure exactly what the ghouls / zombies purpose is in the
Yeah.
ritual. They
Okay,
serve
then I'll
some
hit-
purpose. You know
Okay.
that. They serve
Then
a
I'll
purpose.
hit the
Hard to say
old
what-
man from Up and some of the ghouls.
Sick. Sick. Okay, awesome. I love that. I said 9. Okay, cool. We'll say that you can hit 4 of them and then one of these guys. Brilliant. What's your DC?
That is a whopping, I believe, 16. Of course, my computer is freezing.
15. It's a dex save. I gotta roll really high for
You're
this.
going through it tonight over there.
I'm struggling for some reason. Yeah,
It's a good thing you know so much about the game already. It's just in your head.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll my 8d6.
Okay. One of the zombies succeeds, and that's it.
Gotcha. So that's 24 points of fire damage.
Okay, incredible. 24 fire.
Does that hurt them quite a bit, or like a normal amount? Or...
Turns out they all die.
Every
They
single
weren't
one of them.
magically enhanced at all. I actually just killed old people. It's actually really messed up.
He's just an old dude.
Turns out they weren't magic at all.
They were just clipping coupons. I don't know what our problem is.
Oh no, none of them can hit that.
Real.
Well, let's see. 20.
Grandpa, no.
It's one of them has. Okay, you see, 3 of the zombies go up in flames
Sick.
and just disintegrate into ash. Donald definitely takes the damage. It full damage and everything, but it doesn't look like it did a ton to him in comparison of everything. Obviously, they're all at full health, and now I need everyone to roll for initiative because it is the jig is up.
Let's
They
go.
know you're
Going
here.
down.
What? No way.
No.
If it, yeah, this is for the mall. Kind of gave it away.
I loved that.
Very much does not know how to be an action hero and is still very much just a teenager. When
Yeah.
presented with the actual anxiety of having to speak in public. It's like,
I thought it was very heroic.
thank you.
14.
All right, 14. Okay.
23.
Okay.
That +6, baby, I tell you.
24.
24.
Not to one up you, buddy.
I'm not going ahead of everybody.
I actually will switch my turn with CJ this time, just because he's already gotten into it, and I think he's primed for going first.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot to use arcane recovery before we Whoops.
Misty.
I could have got back all my second level spell slots.
Oh.
Gosh, Mickey. I've made a technical error.
How far away are the people from all of us, Justin? For Theater of the Mind reference.
So at the precipice of the ritual room, where obviously CJ, how far do you think you would have walked in, CJ?
Not
To do this.
far. Yeah, because I mean it's fireball, so I'd try to. Well, actually,
5 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet,
yeah, I'd go about around that range, around 10 feet in.
15. Okay.
Yeah.
So then I would say from CJ, you got about 20 feet to the side closest to him of the zombie ring, which would make
30.
Donald and Margaret probably like 60 feet
From the
from
entrance.
CJ. No, that's
so
from
like,
CJ. He's already
that's
15
like,
in.
Oh shit, okay. Wow, that's
Yeah,
big
like
room.
probably like 75
Okay,
from the
damn.
entrance.
Damn.
So we'll just honor system wherever you think you were in relation to the precipice, the entryway of the thing. If you say you were 10 feet behind it, that's cool. If you were 5 feet, I don't care. It is what it is.
Sick.
Theater of the Mind. We're playing fast and loose. Incredible. So you see Donald, Margaret, all like immediately look up at CJ with like furrowed brows. They look angry. As you see Donald take this fire damage, you see some of his face is like charred, and you see that and this is a flavor thing. He doesn't have regeneration, I'll tell you straight up. But you see some of his, for flavor, his face like heal itself slightly, and he looks at you, And as soon as he turns his head to look at you, all of the zombies turn their heads to
Yeah.
look at you, CJ.
Fuck.
Which means that there are some who are their back is to you, like the one closest to you, its back is to you. You see its head, you hear the neck snap as only its head turns to look
Don't
at
look
you.
at my man.
And finger. CJ, that is your turn at the top of initiative.
Fuck.
Awesome.
Good luck.
I got the squad with me. And let's see. How many zombies are still left?
No, wait. 5.
5 zombies are left? Okay.
Yeah. No, I said 3 burned up, 6 zombies. My mistake.
6 zombies left. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
So-
one looks messed up.
Gotcha. So what we'll do then, my face spirit will teleport and use their fuming teleport, which will give them advantage on their first attack. I found the sheet finally. So they disappear into like a vortex that kind of looks like a black hole, and then they reappear, and then just black glitter flies around everywhere. And then they're gonna make their first attack on the zombie that looks the most damage. They're gonna do that at advantage. Let's see here. Yeah, that's gonna be a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
And so I was wrong. It's not all force damage. It's 3.
Some of it is like piercing.
Yeah. So okay. So yeah, it's piercing damage for part of it, and then the other is force damage. It's a D6 piercing and then a D6 force.
Roger that. Okay. Cool.
Yeah. So I don't know if
the
that would have
zombie,
made.
you can
Yeah.
add it all together. It's all
Okay,
good.
gotcha.
Yeah. I'll let you know for each specific monster if it like really matters.
Gotcha.
But
So that is going to be.
God bless you. It's all good.
15
I always think God bless
points
you
of
to people who are
damage for the first attack.
Yeah, okay. That'll take out. Whoa, I actually have to roll it. That takes out that zombie.
Woo. And
5
then
left.
Edgar will use the help action on the nearest zombie to that to help give
Okay.
advantage on the next one.
All right.
And that's gonna be. That's not that good. That's a 12 to hit.
That'll hit.
Oh, well, if you say so. We'll argue with those results.
You see that these zombies, this is how I'm gonna explain their very low ACs, aren't like defending themselves.
Gotcha.
They look menacing. They look like they're violent, but for some reason they have lost their sense of self-preservation.
That's going to be 13 points of damage for the next attack.
Roger that. That is okay. Perfect. Incredible. That's the Fey Spirit. And to Edgar.
Yeah. So, and then for my turn, I am just going to. Do I spend that cash, as the kids like to say? I think I will.
Is that what the kids say? I haven't heard
That's
that
what the kids
before.
like to say nowadays. They say spend that cash.
I like
I'm
to
gonna
keep up with what the kids are saying.
right. I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb on the old guy.
Okay.
So you watch as the the scales on the snakes begin to duplicate themselves until they form the orb in the air. And the damage type that I will choose, let's make that lightning. Let's get fancy. So it just starts to glow with purple streaks of lightning and it hurls out. So, that's gonna be. Let's see if we hit. That is a 19 to hit.
That'll hit.
Awesome. So that's going to be 3d8.
Yeah, and you get your Chaos Bolt style shenanigans.
Yeah. So if I roll,
Same number.
yeah, if I roll the same number 2 more times, I get to keep adding.
I think you roll again and it bounces off. And you have the
If you
opportunity
roll
to
the
hit
same
another target.
number 2 or more of the d8s, the orb leaps to a different target within 30 feet. And then I get to make a new attack roll.
Sick.
All right. So,
Come on.
oh, wait, one more D8. Come on. Dang it. That's a 6, a 7, and a 3. One can dream. So that's going to be 16
You'll get 'em next
points. Yeah, right. That'll be 16 points of, I think I said lightning?
Lightning.
Lightning.
Yeah,
You said lightning. Yes. You do see that that lightning damage of the chromatic orb as it hits him sparks out in every direction, and it leaves less of a mark than the fireball did. Not just because of damage type.
Okay.
It kind of like wipes it off a little bit. So does damage, not as much as you would hope.
And that's why we check. See, now, kids, we know that.
Nonetheless.
And that ends my turn.
Incredible. Awesome. Misty, you are up. You're right on the edge of the entryway. CJ is 15 feet ahead of you. Another 20 feet are the zombies. And then, or excuse me, zombies are probably like 10, 15 feet in front of CJ, but then you have like 60-ish feet. You have the two masterminds.
Okay, so just relatively, who's on the left-ish side
Left
out
is
of Margaret? Okay, and that's where CJ went.
Yeah.
Okay, I kind
Or
of
that's
like
where he's I think
that
I'm
direction.
picturing CJ standing in the middle but firing to the left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, that makes sense. I kind of slink in about 10, maybe 15 feet along the wall to the left, and I take up my little short bow and point it at Donald. So here we go. How about a really average 10?
Fortunately, a 10 will miss.
Well, I will, seeing that this misses, I will use my bonus action to dash and just kind of start running towards him. I think I can get within 15 feet of him with my dash.
Towards Donald?
Yeah.
Incredible. So you run wide to avoid the zombies, right? Because
Yeah.
if we were using a map, it would be like trying to avoid those attacks of opportunity.
Yeah. So
But
maybe I
you
don't
run-
get to get within 15 feet, maybe because of the curve.
Either
It's
way.
more like 20 or
Yeah,
something.
soft flavor.
Okay.
You're rushing around trying to avoid the zombies for the sake of attacks of opportunity. Rushing up towards Donald, and that is your turn. It is Donald's turn next. Now, Donald is going to do some crazy shit. First, he
Can't wait.
is going to let's make one attack against you immediately because you're right up on him. So he rushes up to where he is in between you and whatever the closest zombie is. So that's going to be an attack on you. That's an 11 to hit. I imagine that misses,
Yes. Thankfully.
thankfully. And so then he will use his really interesting ability. Once per turn, he gets this really fun ability called Corpse Stride. And he attacks at you with his hands. You see that he has like long, really creepy looking nails. And he just slashes out at you. You easily dodge it. And he just looks nasty and mean at you. And then he walks backwards into a zombie and like almost fuses with it. It looks like he
Ugh.
enters its body and he exits the zombie closest to CJ as
What the fuck?
like a dryad using tree stride.
Yes, what the fuck?
This necromancer is using corpse stride
That's
as
so
he
metal.
teleports from body to body and is now standing in front of CJ. Will make another attack.
Damn it!
Also terrible. God. It's a 14 hit. Oh, well, do you have to roll to see who he's hitting or whatever? Because I know mirror images
that's
have
if
different
it
ACs
hits me.
sometimes.
So with the new, that's if it would hit me, then I would roll. My
Oh,
armor class
really?
base is a 16.
Gotcha. Interesting.
14
Yeah,
would
so
miss.
maybe- They made mirror image way better then. It's still a 2nd level spell.
Mm-hmm. No concentration.
I know it's
That's
no
dope.
concentration.
Split the gold.
And they have you rolling a d6 technically. Interesting. Yeah, so it seems like it's easier to get rid of duplicates, but it uses your AC. Old school mirror image, the mirror image has its own AC, different from your own. A lot of changes. Okay. Running with it. Misses those 2 attacks. What else can he do with his turn? There's a lot of stuff. To make he can't use that bonus action right now, so he'll chill. Incredible. He's right
Just
up on
chilling.
CJ. Nick, that is your turn.
Oh, I get to do stuff. Oh boy.
Please do. Please do stuff.
Yeah. Nick sees his friends in trouble and is going to do his very best to hurt as many things as possible. So I'm going to open up. I've got 55 feet of movement, so I'm just gonna run up and punch not up Grandpa in the face. I can't remember his name. We just said it a million times. Donald. Yeah, that's it. I don't know. That should be a really easy name to remember
It
to
should
punch.
be. Yeah.
We got to
The guy
remember
from
to
Up, right?
Yeah, you
Shitty
know.
Donald. Remember that.
Yeah, exactly.
He his nails are long. His hands are small.
All right, cool. Yeah.
And
Right.
he's doing a lot of this.
There's a lot of this motion here. You gotta.
Let me tell you,
Huge.
it's the greatest summoning that's ever happened.
No one has ever
Yeah.
summoned quite as good
No
as
one-
you.
Okay, yeah.
Is
So
ever
I run up
summoned Satan
and I
like
punch
this?
him right in the face.
Good.
Cathartic.
Yeah, that's why I did it, gang.
Oh yeah, it's a 24 to hit.
That'll hit.
Absolutely.
So first attack is going to 10 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would like to pull back and then do a full blast. It's Burning Hands. So it's a 15-foot cone in front of me. I would like to catch Donald and as many of the zombies behind him as I can without hitting CJ.
Okay. You might only be able to hit one of them.
Really?
Yeah, maybe 2. Yeah, you could probably hit 2 zombies. So, I
Okay.
mean, it would be Donald and then 2 zombies.
Okay, I'll take that. So it is going to be a dexterity saving throw, I believe.
I think you're right. Donald first. He gets a 13.
13
And-
needs it.
Okay, 1 zombie succeeds.
Okay.
A lot of math in this game.
Yeah.
I'm too pretty to do math. That's why I use D&D Beyond.
All adds up.
Does.
Kick his ass.
But I guess it's spread out. It's gonna be 25 damage to all 3 of them, or 25
Okay,
on a fail.
On a fail. So the
And
one
then
of them
12
takes 12, yeah. Oh boy. Theater of the mind. Crazy. Incredible. Ton of damage. One of the zombies burns up again, and another zombie sort of burns up. Halfway burns up.
Right. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, that's my whole turn.
Amazing. So you're right up on Donald, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. After Nick's turn, it is the zombies. So what's gonna happen is,
Oh, that's
There.
right. They get to go too.
are
Brother.
two-
Getting hit.
So,
What's up, brother?
we are gonna
What's
have
that, brother?
2 zombies are going to, like, there's the one that's already very close to the Fae. Another one approaches. So now the Fae has 2 zombies on it. one that's
Gotcha.
taken damage, and one that has not. 2 more zombies. One that has taken damage from the burning hands comes over to you, Nick. And another zombie. So all of the zombies are spoken for. You know what I mean? They're away from the circle. 2 on Nick, 2 on the face spirit. Okay. They're gonna make attacks. They're not great at them, but they're gonna try. So we'll do face spirit first, 2 attacks.
Doing their best.
Wow, that's an 18 on the dice twice. 18 on
Wow.
both. D20s.
Whoa.
Thank
Give me a
God that was on the
21 to
Fae.
hit on the
Man.
Fae, yeah.
Man.
So that's gonna be
Wow. All wishing.
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
Well, I'm gonna
Total.
stop
I
you
added
right
it.
there. That's exactly what you needed.
Incredible. So, both of these zombies like rush up and just start clawing at the Fae spirit, and it sort of disappears in their hands, and like you see them like look down at their hands confused, and then they turn towards Misty. One of them can get within 5 feet of her because it didn't have to use movement. So Misty, it's going to get within 5 feet of you. Yeah.
I'm gonna use my reaction to get out of the way.
Hell yeah. Incredible.
I can move up to
Outstanding.
15 feet away from it without provoking an opportunity attack. So I'm like,
Nice.
nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
And he can't do anything about it. So perfect. So not within 5 feet of you anymore.
Great.
The other 2 on Nick. Ooh, not as good. The highest is a 9.
Yeah.
Those miss, but they're right up on you.
Menacing.
They're
And-
being creepy.
They're being creepy. And that is the zombie's turn. Now it's Margaret's turn.
Oh boy.
Shit.
Forgot about her.
And Margaret.
I didn't. I was just hoping that Justin would.
Yep, totally forgot about 1/2 of my major BBEGs here.
Happens to the best of us.
Okay. On her turn, the first thing she's going to do, where everybody is set up, if you're thinking about it as a clock, Misty is like, this is from my point of view, so the camera's going to make it backwards, but I'm picturing Nick and CJ kind of around 6 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm picturing Misty around like 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So that's kind of where we're at.
Mm-hmm.
Margaret is 2-ish o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
1:30.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
115. Being generous.
She is going to begin. Oh no, there are shadows around and stuff like that. So actually, she can
Oh no.
bonus action.
No.
Yeah, 100%. She bonus action. It's not literally a Misty step. It's not a spell, but she like 30-foot teleports using the shadows. You see her. She looks at you all with her blades, and she like clacks the heads of the hammers. Goodness gracious, Justin, the axes together, and like you see sparks fly as she like revs it up almost, and then you see her just sink into the ground, and then she just comes up out of the shadowed ground as she is 30 feet closer, probably around like 4 o'clock now. Then she's going to use her movement.
Fuck.
And she's still not within like 5-foot range, but she is going to first, you see her take one of the severed heads off of her bandolier, and she's going to throw it at CJ. There's no roll for this or anything. CJ, this severed head just attaches to you.
Gross.
And you feel it. You feel it not like immediately doing anything too crazy. You feel like it could fuck with your concentration.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say for now. We'll get into it more later on. That's just one thing she does. And then she's going to make 2 throwing axe attacks. One at you, one at Nick. First at CJ. That's going to be a disgusting 20.
Yeah.
And at Nick,
Naughty.
way higher. An actually inappropriate 26.
Fully inappropriate.
We didn't consent to that one.
No.
You also see that like she
Imagine.
has these 2 almost like tomahawks, except they have a little bit more Viking vibe on them, but those kind of like throwing axes, right? She hurls one at CJ, hurls another at Nick as they make contact and like stick into you, like causing a pretty fair amount of damage, some of which is necrotic, so you can feel like your life force sucking away. They poof into smoke and reappear in her hand.
As that happens, CJ curls over and begins to just like kind of crinkle up and fall over, and then he poofs as that hits one of the duplicates instead. I rolled
Incredible.
Whew.
Good to know.
Scary.
So 1 duplicate down. That would have been a good amount of damage. Actually, I rolled. Oh, you're so lucky. I rolled
Hell yeah.
twice the amount of damage for CJ than I did for Nick.
10. Spin that cash. As
Actually,
the kids like. That's
All
why
right.
we spin that
Spokesperson
cash.
for the kids. Get out of here.
Absolutely.
That's why we burn all those spell slots, kids.
All right. So
Can't
Nick,
take it with you.
because you take necrotic and I think it's piercing because it's a throwing axe. Might be slashing still. No, it's slashing and necrotic damage. I'm just gonna add it together.
Mm-hmm.
So you take 13 points of damage.
Ouchies.
It was like a 24. It was like 24 damage for CJ.
Oof.
And that is the end of Margaret's turn. And with that, we are going to head to break. And when we come back,
Ooh.
we're going to finish this battle. As you see, you have a very intense necromancer and a
So scary.
just a woman with severed heads and throwing axes. I don't know what to call
Gross.
her. An executioner? I don't know. But it's looking crazy. And we'll be back shortly.
Hey gang, we wanted to talk to you about something pretty important real quick. See, we have some really cool ideas for the future, but we need your help. You can do that by supporting us through our Patreon. At the lowest tier, you get early access to podcast episodes, access to episodes of Action Surge, our post-session table talk show, and entry into a private channel on our Discord server. At the next tier, you can get access to Bonus Action, our bonus content podcast where we talk about a huge variety of D&D and TTRPG related things, like multi-class mystery mashup, where we get 2 random classes and have to build a character, or Monster Matchmaker, where we go over our favorite monsters at each CR level, or recaps of our home campaign, plus so much more. Joining the Patreon helps us continue to grow and put out content that gets better and better as we learn, improve, and try new things. So, check out the link in the description to join the gang today.
And we're back. And the gang's all here. Last we left off, our heroes are mid-battle with Donald and Margaret Yedesweiter. And it turns out they are a necromancer and an executioner, and they have a squadron of zombies fighting at their behest. And it seems like you have figured out where at least some of the people who disappeared from this mall are, and they are mortar and building materials and sacrifices, spell components, if you will, in this terrible, gruesome, gory ritual to summon Nihilith. And it all the players take the 3 points like and it
In life.
in real life. And we have begun combat. Things are going okay so far, pretty well, some would say. And we're back at the very top of the turn with CJ.
Hell yeah.
Hey, that's me. So I have a head now attached to my body.
Oh yes. Speaking of which,
Perfect.
that is
Perfect.
a
I'm glad I said that.
max damage, 4 points of piercing damage as it.
Quit chomping on me. Okay.
I hate that visual of like a severed head attached by the mouth,
Yeah.
stomping
Just
on you. Just
snagging.
like,
I'm like, oh, that's so annoying. And just to be clear, so everyone, using our clock analogy, everyone is between 6 and like 3, right? Like everybody's now is clustered in this area, right? For the most part, or like
Misty
in a line.
is still over, kind of by
but Donald
like 10.
at 10.
Gotcha.
Well, no,
gotcha.
Donald teleported.
Yeah, so they're all
Oh.
we're all
Donald,
kind of
I'm by myself.
yeah. Donald's over by 6 with Nick and CJ,
and
and some of the zombies. Margaret is probably at like 7 because she was far enough away there she had to throw her
Gotcha.
axes.
how long
But
is
she's
the
still very
room?
close. She's like 10 feet away, but
Gotcha.
pretty
How long
close.
is the room?
oh, it's very long. It's because it was like from the entryway to one of the boomers, it was like what, 75, 80 feet. The room is probably like 100 feet, 120
Boomers.
feet long
Okay.
total.
Gotcha. But what's the distance from Margaret to me?
Margaret to you is only like 10 feet. The
Okay.
boomers are pretty close to you.
And
Donald's
everybody
right
else
up on
is
you,
further.
and Margaret is at 7 o'clock, so she's like
Okay.
10 feet.
Okay, gotcha. So what'll end up happening is CJ will stomp the staff onto the ground. The snakes will then begin to point down towards the floor. And then their hissing begins to do like a little bit of like their own ritual. And then a little summoning circle starts up underneath my feet. And I say, all right, fine. Sometimes you gotta fight hellfire with hellfire. And then I will cast Wall of Fire in a diagonal, going from one end of the room through all of us,
Fuck
hitting
yeah.
everybody around me and hitting Margaret as well.
Okay, incredible.
The clock analogy is
so
really working
your
in our favor
goal-
right now.
Your goal is to hit Donald and Margaret,
Yep, and then anyone
and then
who's
2 of the zombies.
within that range.
Because
as
then
well.
the other zombies that are by Misty used her reaction to get away from them. But
Yeah.
the other zombies probably won't get hit by it just because it's
That's
perpendicular to them. But still getting 4 out of the 6 bad guys here, so solid
And
as hell.
then I
And that's a
believe,
dex save.
yeah, dexterity save of 16, where they're gonna take let me see here.
That's it.
Yeah,
got
you would,
Evoker
but the
shenanigans.
fire makes a hole around you wherever you step.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah, that's
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna say I have evasion now, you guys, but all right.
Oh, that's cool.
And then zombie. Wow. Zombies. Okay, this dice is dead to me. That was 2 nat ones and a 2. Donald succeeds, the rest fail.
Got you.
Donald got a 27.
Jeez.
I rolled really good for him, and he's got a pretty big bonus. It's creepy seeing this old man move so fast.
Okay, then if you failed, they take 39 points of fire damage.
Whoa.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
And it, wait,
Okay.
let's see here.
So that'd be 38, which would be
Oh, wait, hold on.
19. Wait a minute, I meant a million.
No. Hold on, that's-
Actually, it's like 56.
Let him cook.
sorry, that's 28. I accidentally added a couple more d8 than I was supposed to. Okay, it's 5d8. I rolled 8d8.
Whoops.
I was we'll get a little crazy there. We'll
ambitious.
get a little crazy.
Okay.
And
Incredible.
then I
So,
will.
hold on.
Oh, yeah.
So what I'm going to say is with that fire damage, the wall pops up and does this incredible amount of damage. Donald only takes a little bit of it because he succeeds. You see him move like eerily fast. Margaret takes the full brunt of it. Both of the zombies take the full brunt of it, and they both die. And when they hit 0 hit points, Donald's going to use his reaction to activate corpse detonation. I need
Excuse
CJ
me?
and I know it sounds dope as hell. I need CJ and Nick to make dexterity
fuck?
saving throws as one of the. He can only use it on one, so luckily you only have to worry about one.
That's
Explodes.
a 21.
That is a 19.
Also succeed. So one of you is going to take some damage. I know that the other one.
I'm
won't
too
take
fast
any
for
'cause of
you.
evasion.
I'm too fast for you.
Okay. So that's you're gonna take half of this. So that's 5 points of bludgeoning damage, CJ.
Mm-hmm.
Nick does like the
Not bad.
gosh, what is it? The chip skylark up on the toes points out as like
Jesus.
as like an
What a
arm, like it's like a
reference.
zombie arm goes in
Keep
through.
And I got a
crazy.
14 on my concentration check for that.
Okay.
damage.
Now here's the shitty part. The heads that are attached to you fuck up your concentration. I need you to roll again for concentration,
Fuck.
and it's
So I take
disadvantage, but
damage-
it's lower.
I'm sorry, what? So I take damage at the start and at the end?
No.
Or
The start was the head just biting you.
okay.
The head has the biting doing a little bit of damage at the start of your turn, just a D4.
Okay.
It has the added effect of making concentration checks at disadvantage.
Okay.
2 effects. One is just damage. So if it was on Nick, it would just be the thing. It wouldn't. Nick doesn't concentrate on spells, so it
Okay.
wouldn't matter as much.
That's a 10.
10 is enough to succeed, right? Because so you're fine.
Because it was 5.
You're fine. But now you feel it. You feel what this thing is capable of. A very tiny amount of damage, but it has this added effect of fucking up your concentration because it's just gnawing at you. But you're
And
good
then
to go.
I'll
You
use
concentrate on
my
wall of fire.
bonus action to teleport 30 feet away from everyone using my free teleport that I get, and I will teleport 30 feet farther into my own wall of fire
Whoa.
Sick.
and just stand in it.
Sick. Which direction, give or take? Closer to Margaret or
Away.
other way?
Yeah,
Okay,
so
other way.
going towards 2.
Okay. Because
You're
Margaret's
standing in your wall of
you're at
fire.
This Margaret's here. You're going. Because I
That's
said
metal
Margaret
as
was at
fuck.
7. What I meant to say was that she's at like 4,
On my Sephiroth shit.
like 5. But okay.
Hell yeah. Put that big ass
Incredible.
blade out.
That means that you're now over here, give or take. Okay, perfect. And that's your turn.
That's my turn.
Dope as hell. Misty, that is your turn. You have 2
Okay.
zombies very close to you. And then there's a massive wall of fire that has some of the other bad guys.
Okay, so the wall of fire is blocking everybody else from me. I'm like separated
Blocking
by
them maybe
the
in
fire.
a physical sense, but I think, is the wall of fire opaque? I always forget
Let me double check
how wall of fire works.
You create
all
a
the
wall
wall
of fire
fires work.
on a solid surface. You can create a wall of 6 The wall is opaque and lasts for its duration.
So yes, you can see through it.
No,
Okay, but
can't
Because
see
it's
through
opaque.
it.
Oh, you can't see through it. It's opaque.
Right.
okay, so it's just me and 2 zombies, and I can't see anybody else.
For right now, yeah.
Okay, I will get back in range. Both of them because I had moved 15 feet away,
Mhm.
and do a little slice and dice on one of them.
Incredible. One of them is hurt already.
That's the one. 14 to hit.
That'll hit.
That is a total of 21 damage.
21 damage will do it. Let's see if he can. Ooh, that's a nat 20. You do
Damn.
a huge amount of damage, cut this zombie's head clean off. It falls to the ground, and then you see, without a head, it slowly stands back up
Ugh. No.
Gross, Justin.
with 1 hit point. They're zombies, dude.
I will use my bonus action to disengage
Okay.
and start heading towards the wall of fire / like to where everybody else is.
Okay, you're running down. You're going counterclockwise.
Yes.
That's what the kids say.
That's what the kids say, apparently.
And it can't harm you if you want to go in there.
Oh, I can go through it.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Oh, rad.
Oh yeah, the scope spell thing is still throwing me off because it's like a persistent thing. I'm used to scope spells one and done, but you're absolutely
Okay, cool.
right.
Whatever, like 20 feet of movement will get me because I had already moved in to fight the zombies.
Yeah, you're probably like standing up to the wall.
Okay. Guys, hey,
Very well.
are y'all over there?
Incredible, Misty. At the end of your turn, I think Misty and CJ would be the only ones who could see this because, again, the wall is opaque. So you either have to be on the right side of it, or for CJ, I'll allow because you're in it. You see this pit, this circle that has the red runes around it that the zombies were all standing around. And you see that there's liquid in it, a red liquid, and it starts to bubble
Oh no.
as you realize this is the portal that they're trying to open to summon Nyla.
Oh shit.
And
oh no.
you begin to see very familiar hands, connected to hands,
Ew.
just starting to creep their way out. And that brings us to Donald's turn.
Oh, quick
shit.
question. Did they destroy Edgar? The zombies? Did they attack?
No.
Oh,
No, they only make one hit on everybody.
okay, gotcha.
Oh yeah, it wasn't an AoE thing, so they chose to go after the face spirit instead.
Okay.
Okay, so Donald's turn. Donald is right up next to Nick still. CJ has
Bring it
teleported
on, old
away.
man.
You need to respect your elders, boy.
I will not.
I respect your candor.
And he paws out at you twice.
Respecting your elders is what got you into this mess in the first place.
Pretty
Let's
much.
be real.
Imagine if you had a tattoo. Okay, one of those is
Infected
going to
one.
hit with a 24.
Okay.
The other is a 15.
My AC is a
okay.
17 now, by the way, for your records.
Roger. You're going to take 15 points of damage.
Ouch. Oof. Not 75. 15. All right.
And he has 2 zombies. There's a zombies there. Or no, those zombies both died, so he doesn't have any zombies within range to do his cool ability.
Damn you, wall of fire.
He will, however, use a bonus action to use Command Corpse. It can't make any attacks this turn because it's not close enough to anybody, but one of the zombies just rushes up to you, Misty. And that is Donald's turn. Nick, that is your turn.
Oh, real quick. Anybody who ends their turn in the wall of fire takes damage.
Oh, true. Okay. In that case, Donald will just take 10 feet and kind of circle Nick.
Gotcha.
Okay. So he just kind of puts Nick in between, like, Nick is in between the wall and Donald.
Mm-hmm.
Nick, now it is your turn. Fire, wall of fire behind you. Old man in front of you.
So, Nick.
Push him.
Yeah.
Cheese grater.
Nick kind of like wipes the blood off his face from where the old man did it. He looks at him dead in the eyes and goes, "It's my turn now." And I'm just gonna go and lay into him.
Fuck yeah.
Key point, and we're gonna all four here.
Let's go.
Yikes. Okay. That is 5. So a 13.
13 will miss.
13 will miss. How about a 16?
That'll hit.
Okay, so 2 hits, 2 miss.
Okay, awesome.
$19 damage to the old man.
He's definitely taking
He
it.
is, yeah, he is past bloodied at this point. He is looking really, really bad. I should have said that actually a couple hits ago, to be fair. Death's Door is such a confusing thing, because it's like, if you roll like shit on damage, he's not on Death's Door, but if you roll really good for damage, he's on Death's Door.
Right.
So it kind of depends. He's approaching Death's Door. And he's just around the block. And it's at the end of the cul-de-sac of death. And incredible flurry of blows, action, bonus action, any movement. Nick.
I want to do what he just did to me and like scoop around behind him and
Yeah,
put. So
for
now he's in between me and the wall.
See how you like it, old
Yeah.
man.
Well, I have varicose veins, so actually I was quite cold. So thank you. Actually, do me a favor. look who's laughing now.
And after Nick, it is the zombie's turn. There's only 2 left, and they're both closer to Misty. One of them, Misty has way more movement. I'm gonna say one of them has to dash. So now there are 2 zombies right up on you. One of them can make an attack. That will hit. That's like a plus 18 to hit.
Yeah.
Solid max damage. 7. 7 bludgeoning damage.
Ow.
Zombie just left hook, just punches you. And that is the zombie's turn. It is
I
now
will
Margaret's
use my
turn.
reaction to move out of the way.
Hell yeah.
15 feet
Hell
away
yeah.
from them.
Are you going through the wall?
Yes.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Actually,
It's exactly like that. I'm like, hello?
okay. So you're like so close to Nick and Donald.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah. Just on the other side of the wall, kind of.
Great.
But now the zombies have to go, if they want to try and get you, they have to go through the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Less than ideal.
Unless they've been sculpted out of the spell. No, just kidding. Margaret's turn. Margaret, damn, CJ is inside of the wall. That's crazy. What a countermeasure.
Amazing.
Is a bug.
I mean, you can walk through it.
Yeah,
I
go
could.
ahead. Go ahead, Justin.
I
Just walk through it.
Good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
no,
go there.
she casts 12th level. Fire is nothing.
I cast
12th level
immune
spell.
to fire.
That's 2024 rules, right?
Mhm. Yeah, it's a new spell.
Margaret is just going to step out of the fire. She will, I think, yeah, let's be a real stinker about this. She's gonna throw, before she moves out of the wall, she's going to take another severed head off and throw it at CJ again.
Oh.
So now CJ's got 2. Then she steps out of the wall and she's going to do the hand axes again.
Do the
One at
heads take
Misty,
damage in
one
the
at
fire?
Nick. Let me check. That's a solid question.
I know.
I don't know if they have their own ACs and stuff.
I'm looking out.
They don't have AC or hit points or anything.
Oh.
Boo.
It is what it is.
We tried.
It's a solid ask. Okay. So 1 on Nick, 1 on Misty. First one, let's do Nick. That is a 14. We'll miss.
Thank God.
And
Those things hurt.
That is what a disgusting 20 on Misty.
Oh, ouch.
All right, slightly better on damage. 15 points of damage, Misty.
Okay, I have uncanny dodge.
Incredible.
Oh, but I already used
So-
my reaction.
Ooh, you did. Fair.
JK.
Fair. I appreciate the honor from everybody today.
Scouts on.
I need it. And then that's
How
all
much
she's
damage
gonna
was it? 15?
do. 15.
Ow. Bitch.
After Margaret. CJ, that's your turn.
Hey, that's me. That's pretty good.
Start of your turn.
Yeah.
Sorry,
let's
bud.
take that damage.
2 and a 1 is 3 points of damage. And I need a concentration check at disadvantage. Only
Is
gotta
it
hit a
3
10?
damage?
3.
Okay. Let's see here. That would have been a natural 20. Instead, that's a 9.
Oh.
Yep, so my wall goes down.
The wall
You
of
hate
fire
this.
appears as these little
The no
mouths
saving
on
throw
you.
is brutal.
Yeah.
It is.
All right. Let's see here.
Now, would it be 2 actions to take off the skulls at this point, or just 1 still?
Solid question. I think if we were being super, super strict, it's 1 per. However, I'll allow, because the ability is so intense, if you had Warcaster, I might be like, nope, you gotta use 2 actions. But because you don't have Warcaster, I think I might be like, yeah, you can remove both in one action.
I'll just cast Fireball. And try to get both of these
Boomers.
old people out of here.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
And then, of course, if any zombies can get caught in that 20-foot radius, that'd be great. But if not, it is what it is.
It's gotta be at least 1.
The wall was what? It's 5 foot thick?
5 feet deep.
It's me.
The wall of fire?
I'm trying to map out in my head of like where the other zombie was because
I believe
it's
10 feet thick,
Okay,
60
then
feet
you
long,
can't hit
20
the
feet high. 20.
That's 2 C's.
Yeah,
So-
I don't think you can hit zombies and Donald and Margaret,
Okay.
but you can hit Donald and Margaret easily. Save. Margaret will. Ooh, that's actually pretty good. She sucks at Dex. Nope, never mind. Donald succeeds. Margaret fails.
It's 27 points of fire damage.
7 is that 26, 13. Okay, dope. Incredible.
And I will
Margaret
Sure.
is starting to show damage, like not yet bloodied, but like showing some damage. Donald is ever closer to the door of death. He's in the driveway.
Sweet embrace.
And then I will move back another 30 feet, or move back as far as I can.
Yeah.
And then I will send Edgar, because I forgot to do this last time, because I didn't know he was alive. But I'll send Edgar to give the help action to Nick, and that'll end my turn.
Dope. Okay, awesome.
So you'll have
So Nick, you have
advantage on your first
advantage
attack.
on your first attack.
Cool.
Incredible. After CJ is Misty.
Okay, so Donald is like right by me, and then also Nick, who's within 5 feet.
Mm-hmm.
What I want to do is go. Oh shit! The wall of fire is gone. Forgot about that. I had a whole plan, and I forgot about the wall of fire.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah. It's okay. It's cool. We pivot. I do want to go on the other side, like him again.
The other side of what? I'm sorry.
Of just Donald. Sorry, Donald. Just kind of
Okay,
like, because
cool.
I was in front of him, or like behind him, I guess. Go to the opposite end. So that way he's sandwiched between me and Nick.
Okay, cool. Go
Yeah.
for it.
Team rotation.
And give him the old hack and slash again.
Yeah, go for it. Roll to hit.
I feel like a 12 is not going to do it for me.
A 12 is not going to do it. Have we been ruling with? I don't think we've been using flanking in this
never
game.
come up. It's never one time come up.
Yeah, because with Theater of the Mind, flanking gets real crazy, real fast. So let's stick to that. No flanking. 12 does not hit, I'm afraid.
That's okay. I will use my bonus action to disengage and just take 5 feet step back. I'm like, nope, never mind.
Absolutely.
Nick, you got it.
You do think that in that 5 foot step, again, Theater of the Mind, you definitely want to try and step in a way that is not only, putting some distance between you and Donald, but also the pit. The portal. Because you saw
Is
those
my back
hands
to the
starting
portal?
to reach out at it. It was when you made your attack. And then you have this bonus action.
I would do the semicircle kind of like C-shaped movement.
To Nick. Yeah. Okay.
I'm back around to Nick's side.
You and Nick are now like shoulder to shoulder almost.
And I'm like, I pat him on the shoulder. I'm like, you got it, dude. You got it.
All right.
Incredible.
Bring it on, old man.
At the end of Misty's turn, I want everybody to make a wisdom saving throw.
Are you sure?
But Justin.
Yeah.
What if we didn't? What if we didn't?
Hey, I got a crispy 8. It's not great, but it's fun to roll.
I got a 18.
18. Okay.
Natural 20.
Okay.
Whoa.
Incredible. Misty, you're gonna take 7 points of psychic damage as Nihilith continues to come out of the portal. All of these hands you discover are like, there's no easy way to say this. They're like tongues. As you see a massive worm begin to exit the portal very, very slowly. And you see that in its mouth, coming out of its mouth, are like dozens of these hand over hand things that are almost like
don't like that
strange anteater like tongues that have hands at the end. And just the very sight of it is enough to do this psychic damage. That is Donald's turn. Donald, right up on the two of you, is going to bonus action make the closest zombie just get closer. So the zombie just comes up to you and Nick, to Misty and Nick. That's all it can do. That's a bonus action. Then it's going to make 2 attacks. Let's do one on Nick, one on Misty. Nick first. That will hit. Misty.
Shield.
That will also hit.
I'm kidding.
Uh-oh. That's not good. We fight together, we die together.
Nick, the low, almost so low on damage. 10 points of damage. Oh wow, also very low. Misty, 12 points of damage.
Ouch, that hurts though.
No, for sure, but it's
I'm not
2d6 and 2d8, so it's like it could be a ton, and
Right.
it just isn't.
I'll take it.
No, it's
Take
great
it.
for you guys. As it makes 2 other slashes at both of you, and as it slowly like kind of looks over its shoulder, he begins smiling, and he starts almost like, not literally but figuratively, like frothing at the mouth as he like looks excited that Nihilith is beginning to emerge, and looks at you all and says,
Finally, I'm gonna live forever. I'm gonna live forever. I'm not going anywhere.
Yeah, okay. And I clock him right in the mouth.
and Nick, it's your turn. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, 20 something odd to hit.
That'll do it.
That's just like max damage, so that's 13.
How do you want to do this?
Yeah, so he's sitting there talking all that smack, and I
Push
think
him down the stairs.
He jokes on you. He pulls out a life alert.
yeah.
Right, it's one of those escalators back up.
Jokes. Yeah. Up the stairs. I'll get you.
Yeah, so honestly, I know he's really close to death's door, so I really just kind of want to punch him in a way that he just gets out of the way. So, like, I just punch him off to the side.
He's pretty close to the pit. Pretty close to the
yeah,
pit into
yeah,
the
yeah.
toilet.
Okay.
You have to use that.
No,
You
that's
strip-
so. This
push him
is
into
so.
the
This is
pit.
where I'm at, right? So yeah, I'll punch him back into the worm's mouth thing, like just full on
Yeah.
Senpu Ryukin to the chin,
Hell
and
yeah. As he flies back, all of these hands begin to swarm him, and they just start pulling him deeper into the mouth, like micro papillae, or like just like little tiny
gosh.
things that just sort of pulling him into
those are so
the mouth.
They're so
And
gross.
he's like screaming the whole time, like, no, we had a deal, no, and he's just getting eaten.
So, follow-up kind of question here: how close is Margaret to the edge of the pit?
Good question.
She's further. She's like 15 feet, maybe. But that's kind of like how far you guys are, too.
Right. So, I kind of want to.
She's catty corner to you.
So I'm
You're
gonna
at
position
6, she's
myself
at,
so
like,
that she's in between.
5.
She's in between me and Nihilith, and I'm gonna try to shove her.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. With you still have the second attack, just of your attack action.
Yep.
So that is a strength contest, right? Oh, and she has an athletics thing too. She's proficient in athletics. That's crazy. Ooh. Pretty
Okay.
good. 22.
Oh, I got a dirty 20 and
Ooh, filthy.
Filthy. It wasn't filthy enough.
healthy enough.
You
Yeah.
gotta dirty it up.
No, it's dirty enough.
So okay, so that doesn't work. Then I'm going to use my last key point and do 2 more attacks on her.
Hell yeah.
Does a 14 hit?
14 does not hit.
Okay. Well, the other one
Damn it.
is a 24. Hopefully that hits.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Absolutely.
8 more damage.
8 more damage. Incredible. That puts her at bloodied. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, that puts her at bloodied almost exactly. And you see this frail. She looks incredibly frail, but when you tried to push her, she fully resisted. She's got a hefty bonus to athletics, which is crazy. Her strength is really high.
Interesting.
Probably because the stat block I'm using isn't meant for an old lady. But, you know,
We're breaking stereotypes. I love it.
we're breaking
Man.
stereotypes. We're so groundbreaking.
So progressive.
It's true.
I totally forgot that I could have been using deflect missiles this whole time.
Oh, fuck. Well, now you know.
Yep. It's been a
Now
while.
you know.
It's been a while since I played.
Okay. That is your bonus action and action
That's-
and some of your movement. I imagine you're staying
yeah.
close to her
Yeah.
for the sake of not. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. After Nick is the zombies. One zombie is actually weirdly closer to CJ because of how CJ went one way and the zombie's still way back where they were. So it's going to use movement and action, and even then is 15 feet from you, CJ. One zombie approaching.
He's on
The
his
other
way.
It's
zombie.
creepy.
Go to Misty.
You son of a bitch.
Misty, that's a 15, which I think misses, right?
It does.
Okay. The zombie swings out. Miss. Margaret's turn. It's got Nick right up on him. She'll, you know what? She'll pull out a severed head and attach it to Nick.
How dare you?
Actually, no.
And then she'll teleport. Bonus action. Use her shadow teleport like she did on her first turn. And teleports just so that she's not between. She just goes to the other side of you, Nick.
Oh.
So that she's not in between you and Nihilith. And
You
let's
old
do
people
two
just switching around.
She's gonna do.
Stay still.
She has 2 attacks. She's gonna do 2 shove attacks.
Of course she is.
Make an athletics check.
Yeah.
Or
yeah.
whatever.
This is perfect for Nick. Nick knows exactly what to do in this situation.
You would think my stat sheet does not say. I can do acrobatics, right?
I don't think for a shove. I think that's only to get out of a grapple.
No.
I don't think she can push you all the way in, even if she succeeds on both of these. Because I think a shove is only 5
That's an
feet.
11.
I'm double checking. Yeah. That definitely would shove you. Let me double check, but I'm almost positive. What's the second one?
Second one. Worse.
Yeah, it's only 5 feet.
Worse.
Okay. You were 15 feet. You're now 5 feet. You're almost. It's like one of those things, just for dramatic effect. One of those things where she pushes you the second time, and you're like heels, like the camera's below the edge of the pit, and your heels come up to it. Small debris falls down into the boiling blood that this insane fucking worm is coming out of, and you do like a whoa, but you maintain your balance right on the edge of the pit.
Man. Nick forgot to plant his feet and get a strong stance when he was shoved.
It's because it's all gooey over here.
Oh, yeah, there's blood on the floor.
At the end of Margaret's turn, as right before CJ goes, as Nihilith is starting to come out of the portal / this like pool of blood, all 3 of you begin to feel a strange energy. It feels foreign and yet familiar. It's like a contact high. As you swear that you begin to hear Roach's voice.
Oh my gosh. Hello? Hello. This is Roach? Everything feels so weird. It's like I'm not high. I don't know if I like it or not, but I wanted to reach out and I wanted to tell you each something important. Okay? CJ, I'll start with you. I think you are an amazing leader. You're so smart, and I'm sure you could kick some ass. To you, smart kid, I know your name is Nick. I know you're gonna do so good, and you're not gonna skip any more of your karate lessons. But you know what? Even if you do, that's okay. You know, you should take some time out for yourself once in a while. You should smoke some weed. And you should, keep living life, man. You're doing a great job. I'm sure you're gonna, go to an Ivy League school. Maybe you and CJ should, team up or, date or something. I don't know. Look, you're both very smart. You're gonna do great. Kick some ass, man. And to Misty, I'll miss you most of all. You are my cousin, and I love you. But also, you're more than that. You are rad as hell. You could probably do an ollie if you tried on a skateboard. You're sneaky, and you could save the world. Honestly, if anybody could save the world, it would be you, Misty. And your mom is cool too. And she's my aunt. Okay, love you, cuz. And the other two as well. Y'all are awesome. Okay, bye. Don't die. Bye. Bye. Bye.
Hold on now. I think you got some there about who's dating who.
Oh man. And so this message from Roach
Aw.
empowers you as you are now just facing two lowly zombies. And a Margaret who is quite bloody. CJ, that is your turn.
All right, I say, okay, guys, I have a spell I think that could get rid of the monster, but we got to kill that old lady first. And I will use my action to get rid of the heads that are lodged into me, and then I will use my bonus action to. And once I do this, I'll have no second or third level spell slots. But I will use that to cast Arcane Vigor. And so you watch as the snakes from the Caduceus staff come down and wrap around my arm like an IV. And then they put their fangs into my veins. And then just their venom turns into like this green healing aura. As I can then use 2 of my unspent hit dice to heal myself.
Nice.
Whoa. Very, very cool.
So
very
we'll use
cool.
that to heal me. Let's see here.
That's incredible.
And then
explanation.
I will use my, and obviously I'll use Edgar to help action to give advantage to Nick for their next attack. And then I will move 15 feet so that the zombie has to dash to get me.
That's good. Like a bird's turn.
How dare you?
That is my least complicated turn in the
Come get
history
me,
of
motherfucker.
appearing on So You Want to Be a DM.
You did teach us a brand new spell that most of us aren't familiar with. So that was
I've
pretty
never
fun.
heard that either.
Yeah,
Straight up,
super
had
sick.
to look for it. Clicked on it on D&D Beyond, and it said, "You got to buy the player's handbook." And I said, "No."
Whoa.
Wizards
I
can
have
heal
a
now.
physical copy.
Yeah, so it says you tap into your life force to heal yourself. Roll 1 or 2 of your unspent hit die and regain the number equal to the roll plus your spell casting ability modifier.
Hell yeah.
Whoa.
Incredible. Second level bonus action spell. That's sick. Okay. Misty, that is your turn.
So, how far away is Margaret from the portal?
10 feet.
Great. I
Her and Nick were both 10 feet, and she got that last shove off, which put Nick right on the edge.
and so she's like 20 feet
She's
from
10.
me.
Probably less. Probably like 15.
Okay, and you said that the portal, like the circle, had like runes glowing on it. Are they like carved, or are they like? Is it like
Yeah.
what is they made
They're
out of?
It's carved into the stone.
I have 2 ideas here. I don't know if this is enough. If this is give me as DM. Would the runes be impacted? Would it impact the ritual if the runes were damaged?
Make it for free an Arcana check.
5.
5, not sure.
Okay, plan B. I will run up in front of Margaret and try and shove her towards the
Okay,
with
sick.
an arm strike.
Incredible. There was a zombie close to you. I already rolled, missed.
Great.
No worries.
I'm like, nah. 17 to hit Margaret with my strike.
17 will hit.
Mm-hmm. I think it's. I'm just gonna
Nick.
shove. So.
Okay. Shove actually will be 2 opposing checks. You know that she's very, very strong.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a shove attack is 2 athletics checks essentially, like against each other, contested roll.
It's okay.
But if you want to keep that 17, you hit and do sneak
Yeah.
attack.
Okay, great.
Follow your heart, but
Okay, sick. 20 damage on that.
damage.
And that would be with my sword since I. No, that would be unarmed. It would be a punch, but not a shove.
Okay, incredible.
Right in the kisser.
You rush up to this old woman wearing an executioner's mask, wielding double tomahawks with a bunch of severed heads on a bandolier, and you stow your sword away for a moment as you just clock this woman.
All of my rage is coming out in this one.
Sometimes you just got to put down all the fantasy mumbo jumbo.
Just fucking punch
an old lady in the face.
No, yeah. Back to your roots. That's what I'm saying.
Back to your roots. Why did Misty have to move to Jersey, actually?
I'm trying to get into that, actually.
That's elder abuse.
Were you part of the old lady punching gang? We heard about y'all in Minnesota.
There's a reason Roach doesn't have a grandma anymore.
Amazing. Okay. Before we get too deep into this, Misty, that is your, you rush up, take this incredible action. Are you bonus actioning?
I may as well disengage from her since I can.
Okay, cool. And you move away.
Mm-hmm.
Are you moving closer to CJ or closer to the zombie that you just left?
Closer to CJ now. Mm-hmm.
Roger that. Okay. Incredible. Bop, 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 bop. I have a tiny little paper sheet with a clock on it that I'm kind of just mentally. It's too much. Incredible. After Misty's turn, Nihilith slowly continues to get further out of the portal, and I'm gonna. Oh, I have literal things here. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. It turns towards the biggest cluster of people, which is Nick, Margaret, and one of the zombies that's kind of close. And you see one of the hand tongue things reaches further out, attempts to slash out at Nick and grab him, and misses with a 3 on the dice.
Ooh.
Nick, that's your turn.
Oh god. All right. I really want to try to make this old lady go in the portal, but I don't think it's going to happen. So I'm going to settle. I'm just going to settle for beating her up. I'm just going to beat her up.
Totally fair.
All right. So first attack. Thank God for Edgar. It's still not going to hit though. I don't think. 17.
17 will hit.
Cool. All right.
Right before you make contact, she goes, "You wouldn't hit an old lady, would you?"
We already have.
That was the setup jab. The first one.
What the hell is Bird doing here?
Second one's a nat 20.
Yeah. Finisher.
All right.
There's just something so funny about the idea of a bird just not doing any damage, but just get off.
Yeah. Just kind of fluttering and pawing at you.
That's another nat 20.
Let's fucking go! Finisher. Finisher.
All right. So that's
Fuck. Good thing you didn't do the shoving stuff.
Yeah, good thing I did.
This is your Street Fighter moment. This is your ultimate combo.
Ooh, baby.
Yes, let's go full Ipman.
8 plus 15.
Fuck yeah. Break her
I
jaw.
need chain punches. I need
Iron
the raid
Fist
2.
over here.
Maybe you can punch her into the portal with this.
Let's hit him
Just
with
like
some pink
uppercut,
salad.
send her in the air, straight into the portal.
28.
Like Mortal Kombat, the stage changes. She breaks to
Absolutely.
the floor. You guys are on a new map.
So sick. That'd be so
Good
sick.
idea for a D&D game.
43 damage.
Fuck yeah. That's gotta get her. Come on. Come on.
No fucking way.
Did I?
Exactly.
Exactly.
Yes!
Nick, how do you want to do this?
Oh yeah.
Let's fucking
So-
go, Nick.
Again, these old people, they keep talking smack to me just right in my face. And so as soon as she starts opening her mouth, it was just a quick jab cross, and then that same spinning roundhouse kick that I did to kick the zombie's head off, I do to her to get her to like fly back into the portal.
Fuck yeah.
Incredible. She's catapulted into the air with this spinning kick and right into the maw of Nihilith. And the kick was so powerful that it fully knocked her out, so there's no screaming this time as her body is passed along this conveyor belt of hands as Nihilith consumes her.
Nick is so done with adults and he's just like, fuck adults, frankly. I've had enough. Living my own life.
Okay, so that's Margaret. Jesus Christ. Okay, I just randomly rolled 2d20 just to see what the zombies could do. They would miss no matter if they got in range or didn't get in range, which the one with CJ can anyway. Runs the whole way, wastes a turn. One gets close to Nick, misses. Bringing us back to the top, CJ, that is your turn. Boomers are gone. There's technically
but the
two still
zombies
zombies, but it's like your passive Arcana check would tell you if you did something with this portal, the zombies wouldn't be an issue anyway. So
Gotcha.
follow your heart.
How far away is Misty?
We're right next to each other.
Close, yeah, really close actually.
I
Okay.
moved
Yeah, like,
near you on my last
5-7.
turn.
Gotcha. Then I will use part of my movement to go over to Misty and I say, "Okay, what I'm about to do, there's a very high chance that this might go wrong and I might die.
No.
Can I kiss you?"
Yeah.
And I give her a kiss.
Oh,
And then I will
it's so good.
use the rest of my movement, run, jump up in the air, and just put all of my energy into the Caduceus staff and cast Banishment.
Sick.
Using
Hell
that's
yes.
that's all of my big boy spell slots.
It's enough.
So much.
The power of love.
That's a DC 16 Charisma saving throw.
Okay. As you can imagine, a creature as powerful as Nihilith would have magic resistance, so they have advantage on all saving throws. The first dice was a natural 3, and the second dice was a natural 1.
Yes. Yes. The power of love, baby. Yes.
And so you fly into the air, and as you hold your staff aloft, ready to plunge it into the center mass of this giant worm full of hands, and you cast Banishment, and it works. And Nihilith is forced to the other plane that it calls home. And as long as you maintain concentration, which there's nothing here that can stop you really unless something else, I don't know. The zombies fall flat, and because Nihilith has disappeared, you land in the center of a pool of blood and are up to your knees. But there's no more combat. You guys have succeeded in stopping the ritual, putting an end to Donald and Margaret Yedisvita, and stopping Nihilith from entering your world to wreak unknown amounts of chaos and havoc. You did it.
Whew.
This is the longest 60 seconds of my life.
Yeah.
Concentrating.
Good, bro.
Yeah, I'm just trying to focus.
Just let him.
Yeah,
Let him do
I'll
it.
leave him alone. I'll leave him alone.
Mhm.
You just keep on doing what you're doing, bud.
He looks so cute when he concentrates. Look at him.
You're gonna pop a blood vessel.
I know, he's got like the big, like, vein popping out his
Sweating
forehead.
profusely, holding back an eldritch
Aw.
entity. Just
Look at him. He's trying so hard.
And with that, Nihilith is successfully banished to whatever plane they are normally from. We have succeeded. You have succeeded, I should say. Roach's death was not in vain. Although, him sending a message over does make you think maybe he's not dead and he's just in a insanely dangerous and deadly place. But
And the door's closed now.
who's to say? You've in the past 24 hours have discovered that magic exists, other planes exist, monsters exist. It's a lot. It's a lot. You met the Hamburglar, okay? So
That was the weirdest part for sure.
kind of a lot of things going on. You're looking around this room and it is still gruesome. You have succeeded. There's a huge weight off your shoulders, but you are still looking at the insane aftermath of these two individuals who are pure evil and selfish to a level of callousness that is hard to fathom. It's one thing to read a true crime story about somebody, but to see it firsthand and to see their handiwork is truly intense. You know that this is going to rock your town at the Jersey Shore because of how many people died in this situation. But at least you saved them all. And you saved the Jersey Shore by and large, and probably the world. So as you all leave this dungeon, make your way back through the hallway, trying to almost not look at the people that are in the walls.
The gross, yeah.
Yeah, the
Keep your
gross.
eyes
But
off
yeah.
keep your eyes off the gross.
Go back to the stairs. Emerge into the walk-in freezer of the McDonald's inside the mall. Greeted by the Hamburglar, who looks at you and says, I don't know what you guys did down there, but we could feel it. We could feel that you did it. You closed it. You stopped it. So congratulations.
thanks.
Listen, some of the magic of this ritual is probably gonna. It's not everything ends instantly. So as far as we know, the doors are still locked, but they're probably gonna open really soon. And not everybody is gonna be as chill as you guys are about me moving around, right?
Yeah,
So
I wouldn't recommend it actually.
Not at all.
no, it wasn't. Yeah, I had plans, but it is what it is. Can you actually, can you all just gather? Can we all go back to the Lady of the Waters?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Will she like heal us? Because I'm not feeling very good.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to speak for her. Probably.
I had fully had an axe in my chest at one point.
I'm pretty fucked up. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, I don't want to say anything. But, look great.
Appreciate
But
it.
hey, you're here. You made it.
Yeah,
You
I
know,
wish I didn't wear all
think
this
that-
leather and the blood.
What it
It's,
is.
It's kind of like a sponge. Kind
That's
of
not
tints
good.
it red.
That's
every
good.
step I squeak,
But you
Again,
look good.
but
I didn't want to say anything, but
So
You too.
And the Hamburglar leads you to that part of the mall that you have all become very familiar with. Not only is this where you all made your wishes before all of this went down, I think for all of our characters who are here, most of those wishes seem either like attained, we did it, or much more attainable than they did before all of this craziness went down. This is also where you guys received your powers, found out that magic exists and all this crazy stuff as you receive this mission, this quest. And as you get to the fountain, you see that the red one is there, and the Hamburglar and the statue sort of gets down on one knee. And they're all gathered there as the Lady of the Waters says, "Congratulations. You have proven yourself. You've done quite well. You're all heroes for stopping that behemoth of a creature, that Nihilith. I don't know what we would have done had it not been for your involvement. But, and I know I'm speaking for all of us here, but there's actually somebody else who would like to give you their gratitude."
Oh.
And you all hear first kind of the footsteps, not like Nick's like CJ's footsteps that have a squelch kind of sound with them. More like when you're on like a linoleum or like tile floor and you're wearing like very nice dress shoes. Not necessarily squeaky as much as like like a wood bottom dress shoes kind of. Like you can just hear the click 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 kind of.
Gotcha.
Not like high heels, but you know. And you kind of turn around and you see a man, just looks like a human man, white guy, has on like a black suit, the white dress shirt and a black tie, very small black glasses and an earpiece in. And he says, "Hello, Mr. Anderson and friends. You know, they say the enemy of my enemy is my friend. And so, friends, I want to thank you all. You see, when the Adersviters began their ritual to summon that creature here, they unknowingly summoned us as well. But you see, their ritual left us without our full power, unable to interfere directly. That's where you all came into the fold. Again, thank you. With the ritual stopped and Nihilith banished, it's our turn." And as you see these four figures all lined up, you see them whisk their hands in the air, and the stone statue woman instantly shrinks down to the size of a person. And out of thin air, ephemeral almost, a white ambulance appears, and she gets in the driver's seat. Next to the Hamburglar, a black sports motorcycle, like a Kawasaki, appears next to him, and he gets on top of it. Next to the red one, a red Hummer, like an H1 Hummer, appears. And next to Agent Smith, you see a pale green Ferrari as the headlights blip out. And before you even have an opportunity, you all immediately begin seizing your weapons, about to cast spells, and they all, like, incorporeally, fuck that word,
Close enough.
zoom off in different directions. One riding a red horse,
Of course.
the horsemen of war. One of them on a white horse, the horseman of pestilence. One on a black horse, the horseman of famine. And one on a pale horse, the horseman of death. And they have all exited the mall as you hear the generators kick off and the lights turn back on as the mall returns to somewhat normalcy as the four horsemen scatter to the far corners of the Jersey Shore.
Damn.
Oh, man. I thought we were done.
All right. Well,
Do I still have my cool powers?
Yeah, do we still have powers?
You try stuff?
Yeah.
Do
I take out my
I'm
sword.
out of key points, so I just
try
gotta
to
keep punching.
I try to shoot do I still have the staff? That'd be the
Still the
'cause
staff.
I try to shoot a firebolt.
Still have a sword, Misty. You're still in your differently colored gi, Nick.
Perfect.
And so you still think that you have your powers, but still, your jobs are not done. There's still a threat on the horizon, and unfortunately, while you did an incredible thing by getting rid of Nihilith and stopping his entry into this plane, you also got rid of a potential foe, somebody that would stand in the way of the four horsemen of the apocalypse.
Kind of brought them into the
Oh, great. So the 2000s were our fault, is what you're saying.
And with that, that's all for this series, or this season of Mall Madness 99. Tune in next year when we do something in the 2000s. Who's to say? There's four horsemen. That's 4 more seasons potentially. Who knows? But thank you all so much for playing. Thank you guys for watching and listening. And we just appreciate you so dang much. And so let's go around one more time. Special shout out to Cameron of the Streaming Rainbow and other things that Cameron does. Absolutely thrilled to have him on board for the first 3 episodes, scheduling stuff. So we killed his character. It is what it is. We love him. Roach was the best. He's the best of us. So happy to include those little messages from Cam.
I love that.
Roach. It felt more like Cam than Roach at times.
Yeah.
But
Cousin family.
let's go around and alphabetically do some outros.
Oh, geez, gang. What a time that was. There were ups, there were downs, but we made it through. And now my dog is whining. But let me tell you, I'm Daniel, and I played CJ, and it was a great time. You can find me at Daniel the DM all across the interwebs. Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, you name it, I'm there. But also, be there or be square next Tuesday and next Wednesday for Fears and Fortunes. We're doing a post-episode talk on Tuesday, and we're going to go over the first 3 episodes with the cast, and then on Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, another episode of Fears and Fortunes, the mid-season finale. A lot of finales lately. Whoa.
That's me. I'm next. I'm Kayla. I was playing Misty Davenport tonight. You can usually find me over on the Potions Potpourri podcast or playing on other people's games, like this amazing series that I got to be a part of. Thank you again for having me. Find us on the socials. Find us wherever you get your pods. Find me on So You Want to Be a DM's games from the past and hopefully the future. And I had a blast playing Misty, and extra special shout out to Daniel for letting us get a little romance in there.
Enchanté.
I really enjoyed that. Thank you for having me.
And I'm Taylor, rounding out the back. I'm on the So You Want to Be a Dungeon Master podcast with Justin. We're all over the place. Go check us out wherever you find podcasts. We are also on all of the social medias as So You Want to Be a DM. Come check us out there. TikTok, Instagram, the works. I had an absolute blast with all of you guys. This was a really fun season, and I'm sad Cam wasn't here to be able to finish it out with us, but it was still so much fun. And thank you, Kayla and Daniel, both for being a part of this.
Thank you.
Always a blast.
Anytime.
Well, gang,
Every
thank
Thursday.
you again, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.